Are we recording?
Weekends are not for showers.
Spitting on the ones and twos.
Wait, are we gonna get copyright infringement for that?
Welcome to Hey Sister, Soul Sister.
We're really relying on our editors to do a good job.
It feels like I'm whispering. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hey Sister, Soul Sister. I am Erica,
And I am Leia.
and I'm in a different location than usual. If you guys
I know,
could tell,
she's doing some traveling. But
doing
before
a
we
little
get
bit of
into it,
traveling.
I don't look naked, do I?
No, you don't.
Okay. I'm wearing what, like one of those, like, it looks like a halter, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's like a high cut, like workout top. But
Yeah.
I also kind of feel like there's like a side boob action. If I had Erica's boobs, guys,
Yes,
I
they
would
would be out.
spilling out
Yeah.
of this thing. But thank goodness.
Yes. Yeah.
But I do still feel a little naked.
Because I'm wearing kind of a tank top that is that high cut
Yeah, we
look.
had it's the same. Yeah, same
Yeah,
kind of cut.
but my thing,
Yeah.
like my armpit stuff goes like to my armpits.
Oh,
Yours
no.
is like under. Yours
No,
is
this
like under the bra line.
Yeah, this is like side boob action right
Incredible
here.
side boob.
Yeah, but
So that is for the itty bitty titty community,
yes.
not for the BTC, not for the big titty community.
No, this is and so for the BTC, do not go to Old Navy. This is
Do
like
not
an
go.
Old Navy top.
Don't shop
It's
there.
Not. It's not for you. It's not.
Try it on first, see what happens,
Whew,
Lord. And then you'll find out. You'll find out if it's for you or not.
Yeah, you know.
Well, oh my God, I have so much
I'm
like pop culture news,
Yes,
TV
I'm
news
so
to talk about
excited.
that I want to share with the pod.
Yes.
But first, I want to deliver some sad news. It's really bad. So if you guys, I don't know if you guys know or not. I'm actually like a big Foo Fighters fan, and I've seen them so many times. And this past weekend on Friday night, was it Friday night? I think it was Friday night. Yeah, Friday night. Tyler Hawkins passed away at the age of 50. Taylor. Oh, I said Tyler.
Yeah, Taylor.
Taylor, not Tyler. Taylor. Yeah, correct. Those are two. Okay, sidetrack. Those are two names I always used to mix up all the time.
Well, it's only a difference by one letter, so I totally
Yeah,
get it. It's so close.
yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor Hawkins passed away. He was the drummer of the Foo Fighters, and they were in Colombia touring. And I think I saw yesterday they may think it's drug related. At this point, I haven't looked. I
Mhm.
haven't seen what it was, but when it first came out, there was no details. And I had assumed it might have been drug related. I think he had had issues before, but I'm sad about it because he was, a great performer. Always had fun. I had an incident when we talked to him. I don't know if I ever told you guys. I could do it a
No.
little sidetrack. So
Yeah.
I think this was like okay, it was somewhere between 2004 and 2006. So this is when I was already living at my uncle's house. We had already graduated college before I moved into like LA area. And my friends and I were going to a Foo Fighters Weezer concert. And my friends picked me up from work. Like I changed at work and they picked me up and we went driving, and I forgot where it was at, but it was like a 30-minute drive from where we were at. And we were hungry and we're like, oh, we'll just stop by we'll just get food at a Del Taco. We always see them off the freeway.
Del
But
Taco.
I guess the freeways we were on did not have Del Taco. And we were like, and this is before like iPhone age. Okay, the iPhone was like not invented yet at this point. So we made a sign. We had like paper. We made a sign like, "Where's the nearest Del Taco?" And we were like posting it on the wall, like we were rolling down our windows and like flagging people that were driving by, hoping someone would give us directions to Del Taco. And we were getting closer to the venue, and we were at a stoplight, and finally there was like a car near us, and we're like, "Hey, do you know where the Del Taco's at?" And this guy in the passenger side rolled his window down. And he's like, "Oh no, I'm not from around here." And we're like, "Well, neither are we." And he's like, "I'm from Riverside." And we're like, "So are we." And then as he's driving off, because we were going straight and and the car was going left, and he was like, "We'll see you at the Riverside Mall." And I looked up because I was in the back. I looked up, I was like, people don't say Riverside Mall. It's the Galleria Mall, remember? Or Tyler
Mm-hmm.
Mall, whatever we
Yeah.
called it. And I looked up and I was like, you fucking idiots. That's Tyler Hawkins. That's the drummer for the Foo Fighters. And he drove off and he was laughing because he like gave us fake information. And I was like, no one says fucking Riverside Mall. I was like, guys, you guys were just talking to him. So that was like my one precious memory because as we were talking to them, I was laughing in the background, so I didn't really it didn't register who he was, and I don't think I could really see him while they were parked,
Mm-hmm.
because I was like in the back seat, so I wasn't fully paying attention until like they drove off and I saw his face. But yeah, that was like my one memory, and it was a
Oh.
great concert. It was Foo Fighter, Weezer, and Hot Heat at the time. Two of those bands are still around. The other one I don't know, and the other band is one of my other favorite bands too. So and I've seen many times. Um, so yeah, that was it's sad to hear. I don't know what they're doing next. They were supposed to perform at the Grammys in like almost a
Today?
week
Oh
and a
no.
half. A
Today's the
week from now.
Oscars.
Yeah, today's the
Yeah.
Oscars.
Oh.
Grammys are next week. I think the 3rd of April, the day before
Yeah.
my birthday. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
I wonder if they'll like do a tribute.
maybe.
Yeah. Well,
So
I
they
saw
probably will.
Travis Barker's Instagram post in
Oh yeah.
tribute, and his words are just,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
drummers, like they're, like when you
Yeah.
have like a, not just drummers, but like if you have a mutual like talent and passion, you're gonna
Mhm.
gravitate towards each other.
Yeah.
And apparently, in the early days of Blink 182, when they were just doing like bars and Battle of the
Mhm.
Bands, like
Yeah.
before they got really really big, um Taylor would go and see him, and
Mhm.
and he told him, like, he was like,
You're
hey
a
man,
rock star.
you're a fucking star, like you're like, it's just a
Yeah.
matter of time. And so like he believed in him before he even believed in himself. He was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, like what? How are you
Yeah.
even,
Yeah.
like what? So oh gosh, like he did a really beautiful tribute
Yeah.
on the gram
Yeah.
for
So
him.
did Dave
So
Grohl. Dave Grohl basically called them
mm.
his soulmate and said that it was love at first sight.
Yes,
Like
I
friendship.
love
Like we
that.
were. We were love at
Yes,
first sight.
yes, we were.
I was like
Yeah.
screenshotting it. I was like, if this ever happens to Leona, we're gonna write something similar to like this.
Yes, 100%.
Um
Knock on wood. And we
yeah.
can do that when we're alive too. So,
Yeah. I
like,
mean,
we can do
I'm gonna
that.
post this after this. Like, oh my god, like, it's love at first sight. Yeah. So that's the sad news. But
Yeah.
now I have a bunch of like TV news because
Yes.
I haven't been in the mood to like fully create content.
Hmm.
So I was like, I'll just bring this stuff to the pod. There's all this stuff that's happening. I
Yeah.
was like, and we talk about TV here and there. So let's bring, what I want to eventually do, um like for my YouTube channel and all that. Let's just bring it to the podcast now because that's where the only energy I have, because Leia's here and she neutralizes my energy. She makes it fun. There's so much stuff. Okay, so I guess for speaking about the Oscars, since they're today, um so I guess West Side Story was nominated for a bunch of stuff.
Hmm. Hmm.
I know your face. Your face is
Hmm.
like but the lead actress wasn't invited to,
How?
yeah,
I,
the show.
I I don't understand.
Yeah, and it's like, if
I don't
that was
understand.
like Meryl Streep, or if it was like another Hollywood
Yeah.
Scarlet actress, they would have invited her like no questions asked,
I just don't I don't get how this was missed.
I don't know
Who
either. They
fucked
ended
up?
Yeah, they ended up
Like,
like inviting her, but it's like after,
yeah,
you
she only
know,
said something last week.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come
It was like last
on.
minute, and it's like really like she shouldn't have to say it. It should just be done.
Yeah. I just don't
And
get it. Like, where
yeah,
was the error? Or is this like literally like just
yeah,
so deep in like your blind spot that
yeah,
you just don't
probably,
even
yeah.
like register that you've
Mhm,
missed the main character in a
mhm.
nominated
Yeah,
film?
yeah,
It's, come on,
totally,
guys.
totally.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah. So
It's
it's stupid.
infuriating.
I have so many words, so many thoughts, but it's just like I don't know. I don't even know how to like formulate them right now. So maybe
Mhm.
another day. Like
That's
it's like more of
okay.
a feeling.
We just think it's dumb. It's
Yeah.
stupid. It's There's a word I'm looking for.
The tenacity. I was kidding.
Oh, the audacity.
The
Is that
audacity.
what-
See,
it's
another wrong
infuriating.
word. Yeah,
It's okay.
another wrong word for
You're good.
America. Ding dong.
You're fine. It's crazy. It's, yeah. I mean, it is really infuriating because it's
Yeah.
like I feel like with the Oscars, because what? Hashtag Oscars so white, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
They're they're just not making a dent. They're just making themselves, I feel like, every single year look
Worse.
worse and worse.
Mhm.
Like just
Yeah.
like you guys, like so
Yeah.
blind.
Yeah.
Or intentional. Oh my god. I mean, who knows? It's just,
Mhm.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know what they need, but they need some guidance and consultation
Yeah.
um from all, individuals with color.
Yeah.
Um I
Yeah.
mean, word on the street is that they've nominated more women directors than ever before. But it's like, okay, great, fantastic. And then you leave like a Latina actress completely out
Yeah.
of your invitations.
Yeah.
How? They're still constantly, I feel like every year they miss the mark, they miss the mark, they miss the mark.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Full show. Full show.
Yeah,
And it's frustrating.
it is.
But more frustrating news. I'm starting off with the bad news first, okay? And then I'm gonna give
Okay.
give some good news, okay?
Yes.
So, um, and just like that, got signed on for season 2.
How? Again.
It's
Like,
a horrible show. Horrible writing. I think it got ratings because a lot of people hate watched it and are watching
yeah.
for the nostalgia. But I don't
Yeah.
think, like, after season 1, I don't think I'm gonna watch again. Like, I couldn't.
Mm-mm.
I could, you know? So
Yeah.
it's like, and I think a lot of people, it's gonna fade out too because it's
Yeah.
like, I think a lot of us hate watch, but we wanted to see what was happening.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
you're just being all chismoso over there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really why I was watching it.
100%.
Um,
I'm
so.
gonna really stick to that show is a whole different show. It's
Mhm.
on a different universe. It's a different
Different timeline.
metaverse or whatever,
Yeah.
different timeline. It doesn't exist for me.
It doesn't exist, yeah.
I'm gonna keep it with Sex in the City and leave it at
No,
that.
no, 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 no. Oh my god.
What's
Wh-
happening?
But the thing, my friend's cat was like trying to get on the keyboard.
Oh,
I'm
hi,
like, no.
kitty. There she is. I can
You
see
see
her
her?
ear.
She's like,
Her coat matches their aesthetic in the
yeah,
house.
yeah, yeah. It was funny because I met this cat, and my friend's like, "Don't pet her unless she comes up to you." And like, she came up to me right away, and like was on love with me.
Aw.
And I thought it was they have another cat, and they look alike. And she said I thought she said the one with the blue collar was safe to pet, and the one with the pink
Mm,
collar was not. But it's opposite. The one with the blue
mm,
collar is not safe to pet.
yeah,
So I thought it was the other cat, and then I just went to pet her, and then I like saw the name, and I was like, oh,
that's not the right
that's not the
one.
right one. And then I asked, I was like, which? Because the cat's name's Echo. I was like, which one's Echo? And then like, oh, blue collar. It's like, okay, well, she likes me, and I went to go pet her.
Okay, well, she
Yeah.
must like you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cats,
she's
they're
with me right
finicky.
now.
They're
The other cat,
finicky.
like, she's around, but she hasn't gotten near me.
Okay,
Just
word.
don't knock down
Just
my
don't,
laptop.
yeah, don't mess
Yeah,
with the
this is
stuff,
this
buddy.
is this is the life right here. um, all right, so more news that I saw. Where's number one? I'm looking at my notes and I have number two, but I don't have number one.
Uh-oh, next page?
Um, is this it over here? I'm looking at my thing. Oh yeah, this is number one. I just didn't number it. So so I guess did you ever watch 16 Candles?
No,
I didn't watch it either, but we know what 16 Candles is. It
I
was
think
like
so.
yeah, it was like Molly, the redhead Molly
Oh,
Ringwald and
Ringwald?
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It was like during that time, like
Super
how
racist
y-
film.
is it? Is it?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I've never watched it.
I think it's either in that movie or like
Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink or one of the other one. Like I think there's like this Asian character that they made really like just stereotypical
Oh.
and like yeah, like the way they wrote
Oh.
him was
Oh.
horrendous.
Well, I've
Definitely did
never.
not age well. So in my
Yeah.
head, it's like
I just know
super
it.
racist.
I just know it was the big old. What is it? John? Is it John Hughes or how? Why am I like
Yeah, one
thinking
of those. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hughes? The big.
Yeah,
He did all
Hughes.
like Hughes. He did
Yeah,
all like the Pretty in Pink and all that.
yeah.
So there is a TV remake, a
Hmm,
possibly happening show,
interesting.
but it has a Latinx twist, and
Okay.
it's 15 candles. I think it's
I
they want
can
to
say
call it. Yeah, quinceañera. So I think Selena Gomez is part of it. They're developing it.
nice.
And two other people. I think one was like a showrunner for Vida, and I don't know who the other person is.
This is
Um,
great.
yes, but I'm like, great, let's do this. Um,
Yeah, make it
like,
better.
and
Let's make it better.
I think Selena Gomez is starting to have like more pull in the industry, and so I think it's really positive that
Good
she's
for her.
bringing, these stories out because like
Hmm.
I don't relate to a 16 sweet 16.
No,
Hell no.
same.
Quinceañera, I've been in so many. I didn't have a quinceañera because I didn't want one, but let me tell you, I've been in a gazillion quinceañeras and
Yeah,
I've been to a gazillion quinceañeras. It's like I understand quinceañera
yeah.
culture, and
It's
I
gonna
will
be.
definitely
I mean,
watch this.
how did it take this long, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
because
Hello.
like the planning for one is like can be
It's like
super
a wedding.
intense.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a
yeah.
wedding.
It's
Yeah,
totally a
and then
wedding.
family and family drama and who you're gonna invite, who can't, who you don't want to invite but you have to invite. Like it is. It can be
Yeah,
intense planning for a
it is
quince. Yeah.
intense. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm excited to
Um,
see what this is about.
yeah. Another great news is Lizzo. Set your calendars, guys. Lizzo is not only performing but hosting SNL on April 16th.
I cannot
How
wait.
exciting is that?
When
Yeah.
is that? In two
It's in two
weeks?
weeks.
2 weeks? Okay.
2 weeks from next week, I think. So it's in
Okay.
3 weeks. Yeah.
3 weeks. Okay.
But I'm excited
Beautiful.
for it because Lizzo's just funny, and I want to see how she does as hosting.
Yeah.
I feel
I'm
like she's gonna
excited.
crack up a lot.
I hope she brings
There's a
Chris
lot of.
Evans. Hmm.
Oh my god.
Like that, make that a part of like some skit or monologue or something. But
How do I watch this early? How do I watch this at 9 instead of midnight?
right, like I need to see it. I
Yeah.
hope they put this in somehow and I will
Yeah.
freak out. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, "Oh, I wanna watch it." Well, we'll see. We'll see
You
what
know.
happens. But we have our predictions right now, like, Lizzo did this. Maybe that morning, because the next morning we record, so
Mm,
we go on YouTube before. I know I usually
mm.
do, like, YouTube stuff, they put them up and see if Chris Evans on there, and that will be our task, like
Crossing fingers.
Another thing happened. This is I have two more topics. Um, so which one should I do first? I'll do this one. So in non like the news, Christina Ricci was cast as Wednesday for a like I guess a TV series about the family matters. Yeah, I mean Family Matters. The Adams family. The Adams family. Oh my god.
Are you serious?
Yes, I
Is
guess
she gonna play like an adult
I
Wednesday?
think so. I think so.
Interesting.
Oh my god, like unexpected
Okay.
casting,
Ooh,
totally.
shocking.
I did shocker, shocker. I saw that because I think I saw something pop up in my newsfeed. It was like great casting, and I was like, "What is it?" And it was like a picture of her when she was smaller playing Wednesday, and it was like a picture of her now. And I read up on it, and I was like, "She's just getting recast for like a reboot of The
Mm,
Addams Family." But it's the
yeah.
the name is so weird. I think it's like a series, and it's called in Return to Adam's Family Universe. In Return to Adam's Family Universe. It's like a tongue twister. It doesn't roll
Hmm.
off the tongue.
No,
I was
that's a
yeah.
hard one. In
I was
return.
like, I hope they change the
Yeah.
name to
No.
something else. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. And finally, the last piece of news. Okay, so when you're watching a movie and you see that line,
Yeah.
I forget, I
Yes.
forget the name of the
It
company. I
might
have
be.
to look
Is
it.
it Lionsgate?
I think it's
Maybe.
Lionsgate. Yeah,
No, I think it
is
might
it
be MGM.
or MGM?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
this. Let me pull it up. Like maybe do I have it saved? Straw Hat Goofy, one of my favorite content creators, he talked about it. But the one that's like well, they got bought out by Amazon.
Shut up.
for
Oh,
like
I do remember this.
for like billions of dollars. So to put this
Mm.
into perspective is Disney paid less for Star Wars and Marvel rights than Amazon paid for the Lion. I'm gonna
Dang.
keep going. um, and I mean, I don't know what this means. Maybe means they're gonna bring more movies, but definitely expand on the TV shows, right? That like I think they want some they want some like Lord of the Rings series and all that.
Oh, that's
Okay.
already in.
Yeah, yeah. But
It's
like
on
they could
Prime, right? So they're
yeah,
they're expanding
they're
Prime.
expanding it more.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay, good. Because I already have Prime. I can't do another streaming service.
I know, I know. Oh my
I'm like
god, yeah.
I'm like, as long as it's the same one and they're
Yeah,
not
I
gonna try
think
to
so.
do
I think so.
MGM plus, like no.
Prime Plus. Prime Plus Plus.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
let's just keep it
It is
at Prime, people.
yeah, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MGM.
Mm,
Yeah.
MGM.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Amazon and
Okay.
MGM. Yeah. So
Interesting.
that's where that's at. I'm like, oh, that's
Interesting.
exciting. I mean, they got the money, so I guess might as well
Do it.
pay for it. And
Yeah.
it's just like streaming services aren't going away, and Netflix is
No.
getting crazy with their streaming services too. Like they're
Right?
charging extra for like different
Hmm.
IPs. Like I was gonna get rid of mine and like go
Hmm.
under my sister's, but then she
But
messaged
now,
me
yeah.
and I was like, okay, I guess I'll keep mine.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
me, little old me. I'll just keep it. So
They're
those
gonna
are
trial
all.
it apparently, but who knows? They may keep it. So we'll see.
Oh, really? Well, we'll
Yeah.
see if they end up like just keeping it the same, then I'll be like, "Hey sis, can I have your account?"
You're
'Cause
right.
I want to say $14, 14.99. I think it
Yeah,
went up,
word.
but
I know
yeah,
it has.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah. So it's fine. I mean, I could pay for it because I do watch my Netflix. Okay, like that's
Yeah,
the
you
one
get your
thing
money's worth.
I get my money's worth. I am at the point right now where like I've seen so much Netflix that I'm starting to rewatch shows.
Oh
But right
boy.
now, I can't really watch. I just want to watch like happy stuff, so I'm having
Yeah.
a hard time watching like these new suspenseful stuff. It
Oh
puts me on
yeah.
high anxiety, which I usually love, but right now I just can't watch it.
Yeah.
So like I rewatched Insecure. I'm almost
Yes.
done.
So
Um
good. So
and
good.
then I started rewatching Schitt's Creek. So,
Love.
which now that I'm watching it with the like I remember like being kind of slow the first two seasons and not really like loving it, but now that like I have so much love towards it, like
Mhm.
the first season I'm just cracking up and like
Yeah.
totally loving because like what happens later.
Yeah. So good.
So I'm having like a good time rewatching it. So that's good.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's all like the TV, cheese may I have.
Love the chisme
Yeah, I
corner.
have like this is old. I had like a little bit of TikTok cheese may, but this is old. So
Oh, well,
like,
I don't know. I probably won't know
oh
it because
yeah,
I'm never on
I
TikTok
like over a
nowadays.
month ago. So this was going down in like February.
Oh,
um there was these like two content creators that had a big following that I followed because they were like liberal, but
sure.
they were like those liberals that like fight with people, And so like
Oh,
sometimes their content is funny,
okay.
sometimes it's formative, but like I could only handle so much of it because then it's just like you're just in fighting mode, and I believe like when you fight back, it just creates more energy of fighting back.
Mm,
So it's like let's get out of that energy and let's get into the energy of what to create. And I understand when your human side comes in, it comes in. I mean,
mhm.
I'm in the middle of a breakup. Guys, it has not my human side. Wow. Wow. That's all I got to say. Wow. It's like, who is she? She is crazy. Crazy. And I wrote some stuff in my diary yesterday that was like, whoa, whoa. Like, it's evil, guys. Let me just say, pure evil. Like, the gangster Erica comes out. But, anyways, um, so like, but I do have that belief system, so it comes
Mhm.
back. I
Yes,
have
you
to remind
shift.
myself. Yeah, I
You're
shift.
able to
Yeah,
shift,
I just have
right?
these moments of like, like
Yeah,
too much emotion, and it takes over. And I'm
100%.
I'm like I'm a fire sign. I'm very rational, but then I calm myself down when my brain isn't flipped and I'm not stressed out. But anyways, back to the TikTok drama. So these two people. I guess like started becoming friends. They would message, they would talk, and they started forming a relationship, and they decided to meet up and hook up, and it was like,
Who are these
but
people?
I don't want to say their names. I'll say
They
them
put it out
offline.
in TikTok.
They actually did put it out on TikTok. So what? So one is this guy. He's the modern warrior. So he's Native American, and his thing would be like, hey colonizer, like, and
Hmm.
really just
Hmm.
like, and he was like educating on like some of the stuff, but
Yeah.
then he started like fighting with a lot of people, and like I just,
Okay.
people were fighting with him, and I just started like not liking that energy.
Hmm.
And then this other girl, she had like really short hair, and she always pretends she's British, and she like flops around like, oh, and she's really funny, and I really liked I really liked what she was doing because it was funny. So they like were connecting, and I guess they hooked up, you know.
Do
And I don't
you?
know.
More power to you guys.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but I guess like he was like not he like, I guess they had like, what her account said, because she put it all out there on TikTok, was that like he asked about like poly, what is it, polyad, and like multiple
Yeah,
poly,
polyamorous.
yes, polyamorous, and she was like no. And then I
Hmm.
guess they didn't like talk about it more, but like I
Mm,
mean when she went out there, it wasn't like they were it didn't seem like they had the exclusivity talk. It was just like,
mm,
we want to hang out, we want to see each other, and we want to fuck. We want to
mhm,
get, you
yeah,
want to get down.
do it.
And
Yeah.
sometimes that happens. But I guess it maybe down the line she wanted more. I don't know. But then she went
Mm,
on like TikTok and like outed him, and I was like, girl, keep
dang.
like, and then all of a sudden like it came out that she had like got pregnant, and she had like a miscarriage, and it's like she was putting it all out there, and
Holy
I
shit.
was like, wow, you definitely made a storm out of a glass of water, and all of that could be true, but at the end of the day, they weren't really together, from from what I had seen, and there may be more pieces to the puzzle that I don't know,
Sure. Yeah.
but it was a hookup,
Mm,
and I think, and it was just like, wow, like, this is where it gets like the social media part. And I know sometimes you want to, there's some and I'm in the middle of a breakup. There's so many times where I just want to post things, and I don't,
yeah.
because I just remind myself like no one needs to really know my dirty laundry. Like I'm just saying I'm in the middle of a breakup. No one knows the details other than some good friends, and posting that stuff, like, what is it gonna yeah, it's gonna give me instant gratification, but then you go down this rabbit hole, and then people are making fun of them, people are doing this and that, and like,
Mm,
we're talking about it on our podcast, and it's just like,
mm-hmm,
do I want that stuff out there
mm,
for me to be in that situation where
mm,
people treat me like that? And I don't want to be treated like that. Like, I
mm,
want people to like the podcast and have fun with it, but
mm,
I don't want people to be like all about like our dirty laundry or
mm.
whatever, just
Yeah.
like drama and things that this shit happens to people. It's what happens in life. And it's like, as much as it seems easier to post it on social media, it's like, handle it yourself with your friends, a
Mm-hmm,
counselor, and like handle it privately with grace as much as
mm-hmm,
possible, or not grace. You could handle it with not grace, privately. Take
mm-hmm.
a break from social media and do it. Like, I
Yeah.
took a break from the podcast, and currently am taking a break. I don't want to say like I'm taking a break from social media. I'm just trying to post less. I don't know how long that will take, because I've social media has been like part of my life for a long time, but I
Mm-hmm,
think I want to cut back, just because like I don't feel like I'm in a place to like create content out of
mm,
authenticity.
mm-hmm,
um so it's just like, it's just weird, and these people are like, they look like they're in their early 30s,
mm.
late 20s. It wasn't like these are teenagers, these are full-blown adults. And
Yeah.
so it kind of like, I see that, and I'm like, okay, all right. And this is why I'm not doing what I want to do out of
Mm.
hate and anger. Um, so yeah, thank you for showing me that. The TikTok drama.
Well,
But I had to get off TikTok, because it was like I
yeah.
saw them, and then other people were talking about it, and I was like, I'm so
Oh my
over
gosh,
this.
it was like it was like a wildfire that
Yeah,
spread.
yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's, and like right now my algorithm on TikTok is so weird, because I went down like, you know those people that go on there, if you're seeing this message is for you and blah 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 blah, and they like
Mm-hmm.
give the reading, and like some of them were like, some of them make you feel good because you it gives you hope, but then after a while it's like, okay, it's too much. Like
That's enough readings for today.
yeah, I don't want to get read today. I just want to
Yeah.
laugh. Like, can I see
Yes.
something funny? And I'm like,
Yeah.
can I go? I have to go back to like just the pure comedy
Mm-hmm.
guys, to get my algorithm back. Like, I think I put like not interested in like spiritual TikTok anymore. I was like, no, it is enough. It is
Yeah.
enough. So yeah,
I
that's
dig
all
it.
the
I
cheese
dig
me
it. Oh,
for
so
today.
much. So
For
much
today.
cheese, man. Well,
What is how you doing? How you doing? I feel like
do
we've
we
been talking
need to
about me a lot.
do we need to do like high vibes and shit?
Yeah, I do have a struggle, but it's not
And a
personal struggle.
struggle.
It's just
Okay.
yeah, I do have a
I
struggle.
do have a struggle too.
Okay, so we'll
We
start
can
off
do
with your
it.
struggle because I feel
Okay.
like I've been talking
No, you're
a ton for 30 minutes.
you're good. You're good. Struggle. I had one, and then of course, like my brain just decided that I don't have one anymore. What is my struggle this week, guys? You
Do,
may
do,
want to
do, do, do.
cut this part out because I really am
Yeah.
like going blank with what my
You
struggle
straight
is.
up were like, I have a
I
struggle.
do. Because I remember thinking about it while I was working out this morning, and I was like, oh yeah, that would be like a really good struggle.
Workout.
And now like I can't think of like what my struggle is.
I'll come back.
I don't know.
Yeah, mine first
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Why don't you
Okay,
go first? Yeah.
so I was watching on Netflix. If you guys haven't watched it, it's oh my god, I forgot the name. Something Pleasure. It's like a little mini docu series on Netflix called.
Oh, I saw an
Is it
ad for it.
The point
I
of pleasure or
I
something
don't
like
know.
that? Let me look
Yeah.
it up really quick. I didn't write it. I wrote down what I wanted to talk about, but not the name of the actual show. It's actually really good. It's very informative, I think.
Mm.
Um, and we've talked about this here on the podcast that like a lot of like we're not really educated enough about our bodies. Like, I mean,
Word.
I don't know a lot of stuff, guys. I was gonna say something and I was like, me, is that too much TMI?
I was gonna
But
say,
maybe
where are
not.
you going with this?
Guys, I
You
didn't
can
buy
if you
a
want to.
vibrator till recently. Okay, I've never had a vibrator till recently, and let me tell you, if get yourself a vibrator, don't wait. Don't
Don't wait.
wait.
Are you sure this is not a high
That is
vibe?
a high vibe. Get yourself a vibrator. As I'm looking for the name of the show
Oh my
on
god, that's too
Netflix,
good.
I was like, new show on Netflix about. Yeah, no, and it came in quick, guys. I ordered it. I thought it was gonna take like
They
weeks.
knew. They
And it
knew.
came quick. I was like,
It was
oh
urgent.
shit. Yeah, it's here. Okay. The Principles of Pleasure is what it's called.
Okay.
Exploring the world of women's pleasure by
Yes.
dispelling myths and employing science.
Mm.
So in there, look at this. This is how much like we're not God's favorite as women. At least not in the past, but we're turning to be God's favorite soon.
Mhm.
So the clitoris
Yes.
was never mapped out until 2005. 2005.
Dang.
It hasn't even, it's like barely gonna be like 20 years. And I never knew what, like, other than like what it looks like outside, like this is like the whole what it looks like inside your body.
Yep.
And I didn't even, this show taught me so much. And things made sense. A lot of things made sense.
I
I
might
was
have to
like,
go
oh
watch
shit.
this.
I was like, this, I was like, oh my God. Because I watched the show, then uh, uh, I understand what to do next. Okay, guys.
Yes. Amen.
Also, TMI, I've been very horny. By the way.
This is probably the best episode we've ever had.
Erica if my mom ever watches this, she's like, Erica, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, I'm gonna be
It's
40 soon.
natural.
I'm gonna be 40 in a week, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna be Samantha Jones, okay?
I seriously
I'm
think
gonna own
40
it.
is going to be fucking fantastic, to be honest. Like 40 is gonna
Well,
be freaking amazing.
I'm
This whole
40 and
decade.
single, so
Do it.
you know.
Do the thing.
But yeah, I thought that was very interesting. So like
Yeah.
they were doing like this timeline. I think they explained this in the very first episode. They did this timeline where like in like 1920, and I could be exaggerating, they like stopped doing stuff, and then it wasn't until like 2005 that like we got more information about it. But
Jeez.
it's just like, god damn it, like we
It's the fucking patriarchy. Like, I
yeah,
mean,
we
like,
are hated.
well, it circles back to the book Seeing Red that
Mm,
I can't remember if I recommended it on air, but yeah, Seeing Red, I'm looking at it right now. It's a book about your period and
mhm,
how for centuries, like since the beginning of time, we as women have
mhm,
been suppressed,
mhm,
oppressed, hidden, like
all that.
punished,
Yeah,
all the things
yeah,
for since like the beginning of time.
yeah.
And it's still happening. I think that
Oh, it's
that's
still
yeah,
happening.
like
Completely
2005
still
is
happening.
fucking stupid. Like
Yeah,
it's time for us to like to be recognized,
yeah.
appreciated, celebrated, honored. Like this is a fucking
Celebrated. Yeah,
badass body. And I'm on
yeah.
that fucking journey like myself. Like
Faux
cuz
show.
we as women like we are like we're so conditioned to believe that we're like
Mhm.
less than in all
We're
these like
less than,
subtle
and we have to make ourselves smaller. And even though
yes.
we're like ambitious women, we feel guilty for that ambition,
Mhm.
and we feel guilty of like wanting more out of life and
A
wanting growth
hundred
and wanting more
percent.
out of life than just having
Yes.
children and cooking every day.
And we do it to ourselves and we do it
Yeah.
to each other. Like
Mhm.
I follow this like amazing badass entrepreneur online. She makes millions and millions and millions and probably soon billions. Like she's amazing. She's pregnant with twins and she had two cars. She had her like mommy vehicle she because she's also a stepmother. Like, she has her mommy vehicle and she had her own like convertible. She actually recently traded in her convertible for another one. Like it was a Porsche, and I'm pretty sure it's a like maybe a four seater. Maybe yeah, a Porsche. It's like a fast car. She painted it red. I was like, you go. Do you, girl? But she had all these like people commenting on her shit, not like from a disrespectful place, but it was like, well, I
Your
mean,
mom, why
should
are you getting
we?
your yeah.
Should
But
you
she has
really be buying like a car like when
but she
you're
has the
having
money.
four kids?
Yeah.
Oh, and she was like, why do we do this to each other?
Yeah.
Because if she were a man, that would never be questioned
Yeah. Yeah.
ever. And so
No.
I was like, what the
And
fuck?
it's not
Let's
like
wake up. Like,
yeah.
let's support each other and cheer
Yeah.
each other on. Like,
Yeah.
these judgments that have been like conditioned into our heads, we got to start seeing them and we got
Yeah.
to start
Yeah. Yeah.
moving them aside because we're not going to get very far if we don't have each other's backs.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I mean that comment's so funny is, people were like, "Well, should we be buying that car?" And it's like
Hella fuck yes.
she's rich. That girl's rich.
Yeah.
It's not like your kid who's like struggling
Mm.
and like gets the
Right.
car instead of a family car.
Right.
Like, and she already
She
has the
has
mom
the
car.
money.
So she has the money and
Yes.
bought another car. So it's not like hurting her. And
Yeah.
it's not like she's
No.
like spending her money and not being smart about it. It's that
Right.
she was smart about it. It's
Yeah.
just people aren't used to that type of abundance, and that's
Yeah.
what's
Well,
triggering
they're not used to that type of abundance for a woman
for a woman.
because a
Yes.
man does this all fucking day, every day. No one asks
Yes.
him if you have a dad car.
Yeah.
Never. And it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
what? Like, it drives me crazy that
Remember
we're still
that?
here. But I think
Yeah.
our most powerful flex, if you will, because our most powerful flex is for us to support each other and to
Mhm. Mhm.
see it and support
Mhm.
each other. Because I think if we just kind of go
Mhm.
with the flow with the conditions of our past and what the
Mhm.
patriarchy has deemed is right and wrong, we're
Mhm.
only going to be limited.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's very true because I think, in all the stuff that I do,
Sorry, it's like,
I
welcome to my TED Talk. Like,
welcome to Layla's TikTok. That should be one of the names of the episodes. There were so many like that
so
came into my
many.
brain, like get a vibrator. Welcome to
Yeah,
my TED
I
Talk.
think that one actually trumps my TED Talk, to be honest. Like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
celebrate that. Celebrate it.
Vibrators.
We
Uh,
actually should. How was that not the leading story today?
because I didn't think I was gonna share it, and all of a sudden I
I was like,
am.
there it is. So
Yeah,
good. I
so
mean,
excited. But honestly, I
yeah.
wanted a vibrator for a long time, and I never got it.
Yes. Yeah. Here you
And
go.
I decided to get one. Um,
Amen.
Amen. But there was a thing I was gonna say, piggybacking off of your TED Talk. I don't know. It
I still don't have a struggle.
okay. Well, if you
Well, I
remember,
kind of do.
okay.
I don't think this was it because it's not like hitting like the bell, but I hurt my hand. I don't know
Oh.
how I did it, but I have a guess.
Mhm.
I remember I think I did this 2 nights in a row.
Mhm.
I like to sleep with like my hand or my arm like under my head. And
Mhm.
one night I kind of woke up because I was uncomfortable. I was
Mhm.
sleeping on it like like on my thumb, like
Oh,
kind of
chest
like
circulation much?
if you
Yeah.
guys move your hand because I know y'all can't see me.
Yeah.
Like if you guys move your hand like you're going to chop something, a
Mhm.
karate chop.
Oh.
Imagine that is like right on your cheek, and
Mhm.
I was crushing my hand.
Oh.
So
Was
I
it
was
not
like,
comfortable for
it
your
wasn't
cheek?
flat. I don't know what I was doing. I was like asleep. But I did wake
Uh,
up like, ooh, that's uncomfortable eventually. But I don't know
yeah.
how long I was doing it for.
Yeah.
And I think I did this 2 nights in a row. So most of the beginning of the week, my
Mhm.
hand hurt. I couldn't put any pressure on it. Typing sucked.
Yeah.
Typing sucked so much.
Yeah.
And like doing like any like push-ups or any like anything that I had to
Mhm.
like put my hand on, it was really, really painful. And then
Ouchie.
it's just starting to feel better like yesterday and today. I can
That's good.
actually do those like hand workout type of things. But that's just it.
Yeah.
That's my
I'm sure we'll come to
my
you
struggle. I
at the
know
end afterwards, and
I
then we'll
know.
wait it down and we'll just share it with you
I
guys
just
next
yeah.
week, which we're gonna be together. So that's high vibing.
Yes, I
High
know. I need to
vibing.
clean.
It's okay. I'll help you clean when I get over there. Don't
No,
worry.
you're fine.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see Leia Thursday. So
Yes.
it's Sunday right now. We're just a few days
When this
away.
episode drops, yeah,
Yeah, when this episode drops, I
yeah.
shall be on my way to Vegas. I'm getting there early.
Yes.
I'll have to Uber. I'm getting there really
Yes,
early.
because Mama has to work.
Just to
Mama's
work,
working.
but just get that hot tub ready for me, or and I'm just gonna jump
Word,
in the
word,
hot
word.
tub.
Word, word, word.
Probably raid your
Al-
fridge.
Alex will be available. Well, actually, my plan my plan was to go grocery shopping today. So maybe after this we can talk about any requests. So I don't have
Okay.
but my plan A was to go take you to the grocery store and do the grocery shopping for the
maybe,
weekend,
maybe
but
I'll
we'll
order
see.
some Uber Eats or something.
So I don't know. Well, we can talk about it after this.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
talk about
but
it later.
that's very exciting.
Yeah,
Like great natural high vibe that's happening.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like I do my high vibe guys.
Hmm.
Let me just say, kind of in line with this all woman stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm just full on celebrating my body, like the universal
Hmm.
law, right? Like
Hmm.
attracts like always.
Hmm.
So wherever you put your attention, that's what's gonna grow.
Hmm.
And I am just so fucking amazed at this fucking body. Like,
Hmm.
one, like, we all know. Eric and I have been on this journey about like, being in our late 30s and into our 40s. Not this weight not budging, but I really don't give a fuck. Like I never thought I would get
Hmm.
here in my mindset that I
Hmm.
don't really care. Cause
Hmm.
like I have like spent this break that we've had, and maybe a little bit before then, on this journey of like how, especially after I got my blood transfusion. Did we do that on
Yeah, you
this?
talked
Okay, I
about
was like,
yeah,
wait a
yeah.
minute, I can't remember when we did that.
You did talk about the blood
Ever
transfusion.
since,
Yeah.
yeah, ever since I got my blood transfusion,
Mhm.
like I've been noticing like how
Mhm.
good my body feels. But
Mhm.
like, fuck, guys, this body right here is so fucking amazing.
Mhm.
And like I am intensely talking about, I'm shaking the table because I'm like moving my hands.
So intensely.
So intense because every single workout, it's like,
Mhm.
fuck, dude, I'm so proud of you. I was talking to myself, like,
Yeah.
so
So
proud of
proud.
you. And I'm so strong. Like, my traps are coming back. Like, I don't know if you can see. Oh, look at those traps, yo. Look at, I'm not even
Ooh.
flexing. Look at those
So
traps.
beautiful,
Like,
so beautiful.
I'm fucking strong.
See? That's why you
I'm
were naked
so,
today. This is
I
why you
know.
dressed
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah,
you didn't dress it
exactly.
at
That's
all.
exactly the reason why. But I am so impressed at
Mhm.
like how, like today I did one of those, what is it called? It's
Hit.
a no. It's like it's a stretch. World's greatest stretch. Like you take your leg back, you bend down on the floor, and then you twist, and then like you straighten your leg. You like it's the world's greatest stretch because you're literally stretching everything, and I can
Triangle?
do
I
it.
don't know. I don't
It's one of the pieces of the stretch is the triangle,
Mhm.
but I did it. I was
Mm.
like, oh my god, I'm so fucking mobile.
I did
And like,
it. That's
I'm
good.
so
That's
excited
good.
about where
I'm
this shit
glad
is
your
going.
mobility's back because
Thank
I
you.
mean, we've talked about this online that like when
Mm.
COVID hit, like
Mm.
my mobility went to shit so much.
Same. Just
And
sitting for so long.
yeah, and I just in the recent few weeks and months since my mobility started coming back, especially during the 6:45 workout,
Yes, that's
mobility
what
was
I'm
coming
doing.
back.
Yes.
Yeah, and
So
that helps a
good.
lot. Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think,
for sure.
like, the other thing that we're doing, because, oh, now I remember my struggle.
Drop it in, drop it in.
So here, it kind of relates. So
Okay.
I, I discovered I'm allergic to pineapple. And then I went, I
Oh,
know, but like real allergy, not just a tummy.
oh,
Like, I mean, a tummy ache is a real allergy, but like like broke out into hives, and then my tongue felt weird
oh
and like
wow.
scratchy, and then my throat like felt like really scratchy and itchy. And
Mhm,
I was so afraid that like it was gonna close because I didn't know. I've never
mhm,
experienced anything like that. Alex like rushed to Walgreens to get me Benadryl because ours was expired. So
mhm,
like get us a fresh batch, and like thank goodness it happened when it happened because the store was
mhm.
gonna close in like 10 minutes.
Oh snap.
So I
Yeah.
finally, and then I got nauseous. Like it was all of this
Mm,
within seconds. Like
mhm,
within like maybe a minute or a couple minutes, and I freaked out. Uh, but obviously I'm here and I'm fine.
mhm.
But
Yeah.
so I only had one piece of pineapple. That's it.
Like one ring.
No, just like literally one of those, like a chunk. That's it.
Okay, a pineapple chunk.
Like,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. And so fine, whatever. But then like I left to go work at back east.
Mhm,
Um, and I had like some fries, like
mhm.
some Greek fries. They were delicious. Had them in the past. Totally broke out into hives.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, like up and down my arms. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And so, a little TMI, I had been a little bit gassy, like almost every single day, like gas. And like, not like, and like uncontrollable gas. Like you just don't know it's coming and then you fart like, and it's like, and it doesn't matter where I'm at, like so I was like something's up. And I'm on a mission this year to age backwards, right? So I'm really paying attention to what my body's telling me. um so I'm like, okay, my body's telling me something. Like, whatever, like, I just need to start paying attention and kind of look. So this week, this is where, like, it dips into my high vibe too, is I start, like, I was like, okay, well, let's take it back to basics. Let's just eliminate some things from my diet, put some things in, test the water, see how I react. So the first thing this week, and I didn't want to eliminate everything. So I was like, let me just try not to eat as much bread because I'm not about restriction. Like if I'm gonna eat bread, I'm gonna eat bread. Done. So I didn't buy bread this week, and we focused on the basics: vegetables and a protein. Called it a day. Really great food. I wasn't gassy. Alex wasn't gassy. Like putting his business out there. Like we were just, it's a gassy house. I was like, wow, that was really good. And then I had a craving for ice cream. Uh, and Alex got me some, and immediately, like, the gas came back. And I was like, fuck. I think it's bread and milk because hadn't been restricting, so I didn't really know. I was like, dang, now I gotta go find like an oat milk replacement for ice cream because I'm not gonna like miss out.
But do you
It's
eat
just
ice cream enough to for you
I'll
for you to
eat.
love?
I mean, we have it. It depends
Mm,
on like what I'm craving. If I'm gonna eat,
yeah,
like, I think the most common culprit is probably the bread because I ate
yeah.
bread like every single day. It never used to bother me, but I think it's just the amount that I was eating.
Mhm.
So, I mean, did I eat bread this week? Yes, like on
Mhm.
Thursday or whatever. I did,
Mhm.
and did it. What did it make me gassy? Yes, it did. So, so
Mhm.
I think it's just gonna have to be a choice, like on purpose. Like, do I
Mhm.
want to feel am I good with being gassy today? Like, all right, then
Mhm.
I'll eat the bread.
Mhm.
Like whatever. But
Yeah.
do I got to go somewhere in public and see other
No.
people? I
Yeah.
probably will hold off on
Have
eating
you
bread.
have you tried like gluten-free bread to see if that gets you gassy too?
No, but I feel, like I'm not on a like a time frame. I figured I
Mhm.
could try it and see how it goes.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I mean that may be the next
Yeah.
step.
No, and
So,
it's more like just in case like if you like are out and you want to have like pizza
right,
or something, then if there's a
very true.
gluten-free option
Yeah,
and you could enjoy the pizza
yeah,
or sandwich with gluten-free bread
yeah,
because some gluten-free breads are actually really
are
good.
pretty
Like
good. Yeah,
I don't really have issues with bread. I know if I eat too much dairy, I do get gassy and I break out.
yeah,
Yeah, if I eat too much dairy,
yeah. I haven't
but
run into
it,
things that make
yeah.
me break out into hives again. So I
Mhm.
think whatever I've done this week, like the bread is not causing the hives. That I know for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah, it's just making you feel
So
gassy.
it's just the
Yeah.
gassy part and
Mhm.
just discomfort. Like I'm just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Um, but like I think it's really cool because the whole context around this is so different.
Mhm.
Like it's literally like just listening to my body and what it wants and what it needs and what
Mhm.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
Um, because
Yeah.
before it would be like, oh my God, I gotta like cut everything out so then I can lose weight and, you know,
Well,
be,
you want to eat
I just want to
foods that make you
feel
feel
good.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. I
That's
think
all
that's
it
where I'm at
is.
too. Like I
Yeah.
just want to eat foods that feel good. And I'm at my friend's house and like she eats really healthy, so we've
Hmm.
been eating a lot of big salads and I'm like,
Hmm.
"Yes, give it to
Yeah.
me." And like ancient grains and all that. So that's good. That is yummy. I was going to say something, forgot, but
Mm.
oh, the book. So the just a reminder, what's the name of the book again?
Seeing red, and
Seeing
the
Red.
cover
Okay.
has like these red
Okay.
dots on
So we'll
them.
put that in the show notes, Seeing
Yeah,
Red
so
for you
good.
guys. Um it's not turning red, it's seeing red, but both
Seeing
have to
red.
do with puberty.
Yes.
So my high vibe, oh cat, no. It's like hitting enter on no, get away. That's
Oh
what
my
I'm like
gosh,
now. I'm
it's
over
worse
here
than
like my high vibe is
I know you
cause she's like on the computer. Like go lay
I'm
down.
sure
Get away.
Archie would do that if he could. That's what
He
he would be
has.
doing.
He has. Yeah. Yeah, he has. If I have it on my lap, he'll do it. I was like, "Oh my
Oh
god,
my
Archie."
gosh. Yeah.
So my high vibe is I'm just been feeling myself like I feel
Yes.
like looking at myself right now, my reflection. I'm like,
Gorgeous.
I feel pretty. I feel pretty.
Yes, you
And
are.
it's really weird because it's like this mind thing like flipped in me. Because
Mm.
for a while I was taking pictures and all I saw were the things I hated about myself.
Mm.
Cat attack again. I was like, and I decided that I was just going like I cut my hair recently and I got it like short, like how I usually like it, and more layers. And usually I like my hair like this. It's like the style that I like. And I grow it out because I like the dramatic effect when I cut my
Mhm.
hair. I do it for the drama, okay? Okay. If you're ever wondering if I love to be dramatic, yes, I do. The answer is yes. Um, and I started taking pictures like last week just for me
Mhm.
without filters, just to like make myself feel good because, like, yes, I have blemishes. Like, I had old zits here. My eyes are getting a little more crinkly, but other than that, I think I look pretty good for my age. And I just wanted to take pictures to feel like good again. And in the past, like, I've always really liked pictures about myself, and like with the weight gain and all that, it's like it's been harder for me to like really love myself and get to that place. So I did it like more for me, and I sent some to Leia. Like, I posted a little bit on Instagram, but I haven't really. Like, I'll take pictures like mainly for me. And then I sent some to Leia one day because I thought I looked really cute. And I
Yeah,
was like, who is
she
she? She's
did,
cute.
guys. She did.
So, it was just kind of like, it was just an ego boost for me to like really see myself with no filter. And, like, I don't need to post them either. Like, I don't need people to see,
Yeah.
like, I know I look good in them.
Yes, you do.
My hair is doing something weird right now, but, in those pictures, I was just like feeling myself. And um, I think that's a high vibe for me, especially with everything that I'm going through. I'm, finding these moments in time that I'm like the feel good moments, and
Yeah.
understanding like there's going to be more of those feel good moments.
Yeah.
And so when those feel good moments happen, it's like I'm trying to capture them, but for me to remember myself and remember like a relationship doesn't define me,
Mm.
or the falling apart of a relationship doesn't define me, or lack of, like,
Mm.
I am amazing just how I am. So
Yes.
that is my high vibe. But since we were talking about body stuff and didn't mean to, this kind of like all intertwines with something I was listening to this morning, because I've been like down the rabbit hole of like um how to love me again. And I just want to get out of this, like, I guess, sadness and grief of the breakup. And so I saw this today in one of the I was actually watching a TED Talk. It was a message from a TED Talk, and the TED Talk was called "How to Love Yourself to the Core" by
Mm.
Jenn Oliver, and it's TEDx Windsor. I don't know what
Mm.
that means. I think she's Canadian. I think it was in Canada. And the quote that she put at the very end was, "Love the body and life you have, and you will have the body and life you love." And
Mm.
so I love that, because I tend to do this a lot. And I always really try to have a lot of gratitude, but it's really hard for me because I always focus on what I don't have and like what I
Mm.
want. And because I'm not there, like, my present moment isn't good enough. And I know that,
Mm.
like, one of those things that I need to work on myself too, because even saying that, and like even you saying like, oh, I don't care about losing weight, like, I'm not there yet. Like, I'm like, I don't
It's a
want.
process.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not there yet, but at least I know my face looks great and my boobs are great and my hair's great. So that's
Yes.
I'm
It's all
focusing on,
beautiful. Yes.
I'm focusing on those parts. And my eyes are pretty and I have pretty fingernails. Um, so I focus on that, but I think that just resonated with me, and it's like something, I'm gonna keep saying to myself every day, and like every day looking at things that I love about myself, externally, internally, whatever it is, um, and go from there. And that's all I can do, And I know I'm still in the process of everything, and that I'm gonna have moments of complete like sadness, but in those moments of complete sadness that you could feel. I think one of my mentor told me this. Our mentor Marley, shout outs to Marley. She said, like, she's like, you can't have moments of intense pure happiness without the moments of pure sadness. And so I remember that every time I like feel like shit and I'm like crying my eyes out and like falling apart, it's like, if I don't have this moment, I won't experience the abundance of something else that is better,
Mm.
and higher vibing energy. So that's how we're gonna leave this
100%.
episode. It's a long one. And, as of right now, we're not doing Patreon, but I do want to remind you guys from earlier today, get a vibrator, and have a great day. We'll talk to you
Have
guys
a
next
great
week.
day. Love you guys.
Bye. Buy that vibrator. Bye.